Were you like one of those people that was like, I'm itching to get out of here and go to the gym and like get back into it? And
oh yeah.
Did you cease all like activity until you said you were allowed to go back to the gym, or what?
What do you mean cease all activity?
As in, like, you see how we like had the workout thing, so you can
Yeah.
like, I mean, aside from that, you can like look at me and tell that like, yeah, I be getting it.
Yeah.
Do you stay getting it?
Yeah,
or
no, I stay getting it. Shout out to Peloton.
You got a Peloton?
No.
Luxury.
The app is free. The app is free, bro.
Oh,
you
is
get
it?
The Peloton app for free. They give you 3 months, so that's what I was on.
Oh, they do the Netflix for workouts now?
Yeah, bro.
Nah,
like YouTube, everything else, you're good.
Everything's subscription based, and that's nasty. That is so nasty.
Man them. It's not with a hype thing. A war.
The world general speaking.
Yes. What's good? We back again. I love this.
And I'm gonna try something new.
Chop like Shaq.
You.
See?
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, last time everybody was waiting for it.
Yeah.
So they just did it.
But now
I fucked up, so I'm gonna do it now again and be like, yo, it's
Chop like Shaq.
that was worse.
Wow.
Right.
Y'all gotta work on this.
That's fine.
Y'all gotta work on this timing.
We gotta do what they do, like what pop stars do in concerts.
Right.
What pop stars do in concerts is
You waste you.
they have the track in the back because I don't trust the fans to say it back to me.
That's it.
And for it to
they
come back
put
with
the
the same
mic out
energy.
there, and they know what's good.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Oh man, yo, it's quite a week, man. I definitely I know I said a lot, but this time I actually have news that I can't really say just yet that I want to say. But
Damn, nigga.
I know. But trust me, this a movement right here. Your boy's making moves. You're gonna be proud.
I want to know if people roll their eyes every time you say you got something that's going on, but you can't talk about it just
but when
yet.
I talk about it, it's
But I've never
monumental.
heard you actually follow up on any of these.
Wow.
I feel like I've heard the end result of a lot of them, but I'm not sure if like we've shared with the people whatever happened.
That's fair. We will. We'll do better. But the week's been good.
Who's we? I'm talking about you. I'm literally talking about you.
I'll do better, guys. But no, the week's been good. It's been hectic, man. Like we were talking about this before we started potting, but I feel like we're in the same boat about like work situations just amplifying. Like everything's just deadlines are crazy.
Yep.
Been long evenings this week, putting in that extra time, which you don't get paid for. But hey, that's the name of the game, right?
Work pushed back the start time of this podcast, which is a big reason why I'm like, damn, I can't wait till one day this is just it. If I could only worry about this would be ideal.
I know. But aside from that, it's been a blessed week, man. Just been accomplishing things, checking things off the bucket list, and just getting
bucket list in a week. What'd you do?
You'll find out, man. You'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Ash has not come back for 2 weeks in a row. Does she not fuck with us? Like, does she not know?
I don't know what you said, man.
Like, do we have to like tease her with what the meal is? Like, I realize that we haven't. I feel like we haven't said like what the meal is the last couple times.
You know what's funny?
That's exactly what Ash said. She's like,
The original Jamaican dandada.
that's also what she
So I
said.
was walking out the house today. She said, "What's on the menu?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I feel
So if
like
I said fajitas, she would have been like,
me.
she'd
Yeah.
been all up in that.
Yeah,
Did you make her a plate?
it's coming. It's coming. You know how I do. On the way out, we pack it up. And,
Let me go get it.
oh yeah. But nah, definitely.
can't do that. He's a
she
mega
always
stone.
supports, but yeah, she'll be back.
I'm sure.
We'll have more.
I'm sure she'll be back literally next week now because like she
Well, now
listens to
she's
the
on the
podcast
spot,
and now
so-
she's gonna be like, well,
Exactly.
shit, I gotta speak up for myself.
There you go.
If anything, if there's any reason for her to be here, she's gonna speak up for herself next week.
Because if she doesn't, she's gonna let me speak for her. and then
Ash.
We don't want that.
Sorry, I don't want to start no beef.
No, I'm like,
It's
you
all
want
up.
that smoke? You want
No,
that smoke?
no.
But yeah, man, she'll be back. But how you doing, man?
It's been crazy. Like we said, work has been nuts. It's February finally, leading up to Valentine's Day, which is interesting. This is Super Bowl weekend.
Hey.
Don't give a fuck.
I give a fuck.
I'm interested for the same reason why a lot of other people are interested every other year aside from the sport is the halftime show. And this one includes Kendrick, Snoop, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige. It's,
We dropped an album today.
Interesting, yeah. That's dope. So, I think this week has just been crazy. I've been just trying to get through it, but we're getting to all those other things. Are you celebrating Valentine's Day? I don't know why we didn't even put that on the document.
I know.
Like, are you? Don't
This will
even
come
put
out
it
on
because, but
Valentine's
that's
Day,
my
it's
whole
fine.
point, though.
Yeah.
Like, Are you selling it? And are you
Am I
celebrating
selling
it? And then
No, I'm not selling it.
Don't sell it.
No, but I mean, it's not a huge day for us, anyways. Like it's never been. It's never been a huge day. But you know, I'll do a little something. Because I can say that because by the time this comes out, it will be the day.
Do you do something for Valentine's Day because it's Valentine's Day? Or do you do something for Valentine's Day because there's something special about it for y'all? Now, give me the answer because she's listening.
No, I feel like it's, as much as we say we don't want to celebrate it, I feel like it's one of those days where if you don't acknowledge the day at all, then you kind of look like a shitty person. Especially if you got someone, like if you got like
damn nigga
out there. So it doesn't have to be anything big, but like you at least gotta acknowledge the day. I think. You what do you think?
So my perspective is that I remember in elementary school they like really condition you and sell you on what this thing is, and they give you all this like Saint Valentine, and I don't remember what the origin of it was.
No idea.
But I also have heard since that there's no like actual. It's just a capitalistic holiday that actually bears no meaning.
Damn. Isn't every day like that?
A lot of them. I mean, Christmas is, but it starts somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Valentine's Day doesn't really have that same. Easter.
Yeah, there's a purpose to it. But like Valentine's Day is kind of like you said, since we were little kids, you've been conditioned this way. You know, your parents had to go get those Valentine cards from wherever. Shout out to Zellers. Had to go get those Valentine's cards, give you the chocolates, and you had to hand them out. And then if you were a kid and you didn't get one, yo, is that where bullying started?
In one area, yeah, for sure. But I always confused me in elementary school because you had to buy a box of 28 Valentine's Day cards, and you hand wrote every single one. Yeah. And then as you handed it to your crush, it was the same as the card that you handed to the one that you hated or didn't even know or talk to. So like.
Yo, did you ever notice that they never sold them exactly as a class number? Like, you always had to buy, like, a box and a half.
Well, of course. Why would they sell you a class number?
Because, like...
Or are you buying them through the school?
No, like, when you go
to the store... your school made some money. They're making money off these, like, kids from Malvern. That is fucked up.
Your class is, like, 32 students or whatever, and they're selling them, like, 28. So then you got to buy the 28, and then you got to buy, like, another box.
They probably found, like, the... I don't know.
I didn't like that. But I always felt bad for the kids who, like, didn't always get...
Same.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like the guy, but I got my fair share. But
were you Candygram man?
I did do Candygrams. I did like that.
That was a high school thing.
That was a high school. That was a high school flex.
So I can't remember how it would work. You would basically get, like they would visit your class, and then you would like basically pay your 50 cents or whatever it was
to get your Candygram to that person.
Yeah.
On that day, yeah. And then you felt like you were the man because you're like, yo, if Shawty sees this, she gets this in class, then. Yeah, it never worked out for me though.
Where did all that money go?
Student council, no?
And so where did it go?
To your dance, your school dance or whatever.
I never had a school dance. The only dances we had to pay for, which was like the semi-formal in grade 11, and then the prom, which is not that either.
Hold on, you never had a school dance?
Grade 11, the semi-formal.
No, that's different though. So you guys never had like a Halloween dance or like a spring
not in high school. No, not in high school. Damn. A lot of schools did. We didn't.
Damn.
Well, we were the... Wait, aren't you Catholic? Was it your school?
Bro. Public school, what do you mean?
I had a whole bunch.
Where'd you go?
I mean, it was in...
No, elementary school shit was popping all the time.
Yeah.
Nah, I never had a dance in elementary school.
What?
What are you talking about elementary school?
They
what are you
robbed
guys gonna
you.
do, like hokey pokey? What are you guys
No, we were bubbling in grade 8. What are you talking about?
Those are basement jams.
I know, basically. And then the teacher would come out, and if they saw something happen, they'd be like, hey! It was the equivalent. They would flash their flashlight, which was the equivalent of spraying water on horny dogs.
Fair. Or they come out the ruler. You're too spread out. You guys are too close.
Oh, there was like a rule where there had to be some kind of space in between the two of you, even when you slow danced or some shit.
Yeah, we didn't care about that.
Slow dancing was my shit though.
Fair.
That was the one.
Nah, the bubbling though.
That was too provocative, and I was way too much of a good youth to be like, I'm gonna get this shit right here.
You didn't even know what you're doing.
And even when like it happened to me by happenstance, I was like, oh my god, everybody's looking at me. This is insane.
Too much attention. Oh man, but yo, for real though, no school dance.
It was just my semi-formal. So my grade 11 semi-formal dance that I went to.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Anthony, aka Fake Mayor Doug Ford.
Hey.
We went to his wife's house for our after party.
What? That's wild.
So we went to that house for the after party. They facilitated all the booze, and guess what? Good Ute Shack did in grade 11.
What did you do?
Nothing. I fell asleep on the couch.
Oh, man.
Had no drink in my system.
Good for you.
And I showed up and I told my mom all about it. And she said, "You are lame. Have a sip. Have a sip." And then from there, I've been.
How did you go from that to this?
Plenty sips.
I was about to say, I'm like, how did you go from that Shaquille or Shaq? I can't call you Shaquille.
Don't say that. I've never even heard you say that before. That's weird.
No, I can't do it. How'd you go from that to this?
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
How did I go from that to this? I think it was just like realizing that the parameters that I thought that existed never did. And if you can handle it, do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And apparently I can really handle my liquor.
Damn.
So I do it.
I could not. And I found that out the hard way and I never stopped. I should.
Did you see that picture or that video of Allen Iverson?
Oh man, that's a guy that can't.
Yo, look at this. Look at this. Where is it? Where's AI? Where's AI? There he is. Have you ever been this guy? Just high as a kite, enjoying some food in public.
My guy is toast, bro.
I just love to see it. He's just at a Sixers game, just eating up his popcorn, and he looks so happy. He's just chilling.
He's so happy to be there. I love it.
Handfuls of popcorn.
I love it.
Have you ever been this high person in public, or at least like a nice little high story? I know it's not 420 or the anniversary of legalization like we like to celebrate on this podcast, but do you have one of those?
I mean, I'm not one that dabbles often, but there was a time when I had an edible. And
I remember literally having this exact conversation on the podcast.
Do we?
Because I was like, why do people have edibles and think it's like a social thing to do?
So I didn't know, right? I didn't know what state I was going to be in, but I was like, let's do this. So, yeah. Wifey and I had it. It hit me harder than it hit her. It always does. I don't understand why that happens.
And then I showed up.
And then you showed up. So we were at our boy's place. He did a barbecue in the summer. And I was like, perfect. I'll be on a nice buzz the whole evening. Nah, bro. I was toast. Like,
I showed up and I was just like,
oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yo, it was bad. I remember...
I've never seen somebody high off of weed do whatever you were doing, which wasn't much.
I was doing nothing. No, I was just sitting there. It was just like happening. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. Just smiling.
Like, had to go to bed. You had to lie down.
Yeah, I did. It was super hot too, so I remember I was sweating buckets, and then...
Which he does regardless.
Yeah, facts, even right now. But that's beside the point. I remember just being on the couch, and that was it. But like, I only needed like 20 minutes. I think I was good. Was it 20 minutes?
It was to you. I was there for the entirety of the time, a few hours. As I'm like rolling my blunt, I'm like, oh, this guy is crazy. I wanted to smoke with him. I brought all the flavors, and this guy's off an edible.
I was done. I was toast. So yeah, I've been there, AI. I've been there. What about you? You been there?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
You ever see 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yes.
Where like they put him on the spot to talk about his sex story, and they're like, "Tell us the sex story." He's like, "Oh, so many are running through my mind. Which one to choose?" But I think the ones that quickly come to my mind have to do with doing a dab.
Sorry. Oh. Yes, I thought you meant the dance for a second, but I realized that's not what you meant at all.
I didn't get high and start dabbing because that would have been a really fucked up experience too. Different. Do you know what dabs are?
Yeah, no.
So basically, it's like a whole rig setup, which is very similar to a bong. You have to heat it's like a weed concentrate versus actually just like the flower.
Gotcha.
So you have to heat it, but it's a certain temperature you got to get to it. So you got to get a torch lighter.
Jeez.
So you're going,
jeez,
and then you smoke that, and it's, to me, that is not the type of high I ever want. That is like crack level high for me.
Right.
But I did that One time, both times were in public. The first time I did it was at a comedy show at one of those smoke
nights? No.
smoke. Well, no, that would be crazy. I might have just stayed. Yeah. It was one of those at those smoke lounges or whatever.
Okay, got you.
And I was like, I have to leave now. That's what very quickly I realized that I should not have been there. After I was just like, and I know that my personality was entertaining to everybody else, but I need to go home.
But for you, yeah.
The second time I did it, and that was before I smoked weed. Before I was like, yeah, I smoke. Then I did it again where I was like, yeah, I smoke.
Right.
Went to a dispensary. They had $2 dabs. I was going to roll a blunt after I went to the dispensary, and I was downtown. I had to come back to Richmond Hill. I'm like, all right, cool. They got like $2 dabs instead of me just rolling this blunt. I'll just do it while I'm here.
Right.
And it also felt like one of those, you ever play Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
You know, in between the battles, it's like, test your might.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like I was doing. I was testing my might. So I did it. I tested the might, walked outside. I was like, I got this. No problem. I kept walking. I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Wait, what am I supposed to do? Fuck. Damn. Ah, shit. I'm high. And like, it's just like the internal conversation was mad loud. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just hopped on a streetcar, went aimlessly for a minute. And then
what's riding the streetcar like when you're that high?
It's really nice, but I knew that like you can't just venture too far because you're just setting yourself up for disappointment when you're no longer high. So I got off, walked to Chipotle because I knew it was next to Union Station.
That's fair, yeah.
Fucked up some Chipotle and hopped on the bus home, got home. Mind you, that was like an hour, maybe 2 hours after I actually did it and was still felt like I freshly smoked a whole blunt to my face when I got home.
Damn, that's a long high.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I mean, shout out to Allen Iverson. Do what you do.
Yeah, do what you do, man. I've seen a lot of people like that on the vomit comment.
The what? Oh, is that the... Wait, explain it.
So, that
Auntie Ann, do you know what the vomit comment? Shout out to my aunt. She's here. And if you hear anybody say, oh my God, oh jeez.
Give her some sound.
I'll give her the shot to sound effect because she's Jamaican.
You go clubbing, you go to a bar, whatever, and last call happens, subway shuts down, you got to make your way back. You see all sorts of things. We're talking like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, bro. There's only one bus route, or like a couple bus routes that
The blue line.
Remember, I'm living in Vern, right? So like my trip home is hectic.
So what street did you take it all the way across?
So I'm basically taking the Young bus all the way from like downtown, like deep. To York Mills.
Okay.
And then so if you don't know,
I've taken that to Steeles, so
fair. But then I gotta go from York Mills and Young all the way down to like deep in Scarborough.
Is it one bus?
No, it's 2 buses.
Wait, when you get to that point, there's another.
It's one bus.
Okay.
But still, that's a long ride.
I'm just trying to think of drunk ass trying to get home.
So when you're seeing people all night, it's the Young bus though.
Yeah.
Where you're seeing everything, like everything. I'm seeing people talking to themselves. I'm seeing people like having full out conversations with, I don't know who they're talking to. You're seeing people that are either high, they're drunk, they're all maybe both, all at the same time.
That is blasphemous.
And I just want to get home. And your phone's dying. Like you ain't got no charger. Like your headphones don't work. That's the worst trip in my life.
Oh, it's never been that dire. The closest I ever been to like being stranded was taking the blue line all the way from downtown to Steeles. Nobody's awake. It's like 3 a.m.
Yep.
And then I did what any logical 20-something would have done at that situation. You go on Instagram and look and see who's awake. So I'm going on Instagram and I see Mr. Lewin's awake. And I'm like, yo. I don't even know how the conversation happened, but I was just like, yo, you're up? I hit him with the yo, you up?
You said him with the you up.
And he was. And he picked me up from Young and Steeles and brought me home to Richmond Hill.
Yo, in those moments, you find out who's really down with you.
Yeah, he literally saved me that day.
Yeah, I've been there where I've had to like pick up a few people, but the worst experience I had, and like I don't even know how we get here, but whatever. I was on the Young bus, fell asleep, and like rushed off when it was York Mills. I realized I left my phone on that bus.
Oh my God, that is the worst feeling.
So here I am, still drunk. I'm chasing down the bus, thinking I could catch a bus. So I'm running down the street. The bus is gone. I'm still running. I'm like, I got this. Nah, not a chance. So luckily, I somehow remembered the number of the bus. Which I don't know how I remember the number. So I waited for another bus to come. I'm like, I left my phone on the bus. Kids like, can you call them? I don't know how this works. He's like, nah. So I literally had to wait for that bus to loop around, go all the way to, I guess, Steeles or wherever they go, come back around to York Mills. Luckily, my phone was on that bus. But I had to wait, like, that's probably a good hour.
Did you have like a Nokia or something? That's the only way that shit stays. Somebody sits there like, what is this? Oh shit, let me put that right there.
This was like early days, so I might have had like pre-BlackBerry. I might have like the Kibo still, or like
I don't even. Oh my God, those were like the kind of like they were flipped, but like round.
Yeah. It was like our version of Sidekick.
Yeah,
you flip that open. That was right before the BlackBerry. Because if it was a BlackBerry, that's gone. And you know, someone's taking that. But
I want a BBM so bad.
Yeah. So those are my drunk moments. One of them,
a few of them. So yeah, I don't know. There's just one other one that I wanted to remember or recall was, I don't know if you were on the bus. This going back to Guelph Humber days when we were in university.
Right.
There was a bus that we took one time to go to the Brunswick House.
Oh, I was not on that.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Bro,
from Humber?
From Humber.
Oh, that's deep.
From Humber to Kipling Station to Bathurst. Anyways, we figured it out.
Yeah.
But that bus that we took, the driver was like lit. Like, he was like being hilariously sarcastic using the intercom because he knew he had a bus full of drunk idiots. And not just us, but like everybody for some reason was like lit.
Everyone was going to the Brunny.
Oh man, yeah, those are good memories.
Yeah.
We talked about me smoking, hitting a dab, and it felt like it hit crack levels. The current president of the United States is
segue.
You love my segues.
I love it.
He basically, let me go find that article where it is. Fuck Joe Rogan. We're gonna get to you in a second.
Joe Rogan? Nah.
No.
Sorry, the other Joe.
Who?
Crackpipe Joe.
Crackpipe Joe. So the Biden administration is apparently going to start funding crackpipe distribution to advance racial equity.
Sorry, what?
Yes. Read that again. And then again. I mean, I'm just reading the caption at that point, but like it is as ridiculous as it sounds. But I wish I had more details right now to speak on that. But like off that headline, if you're gonna be on Twitter going crazy, or if you're gonna be like Kanye and you heard a sentence and you're gonna post on this, what would you say to Joey Crack? Sorry, Fat Joe.
I was like, don't do that to Fat Joe. What does this have to do with racial equality? What? You already gave black people crack in the 80s. What's going on?
So here's a little more on that thing. So the $30 million grant program, which closed applications Monday, will begin in May, and it will provide funds to help to nonprofits and local governments to help make drug use safer for addicts. Included in the grant, which is overseen by the Department of Health and Human Services, are funding for smoking kits and supplies. A spokeswoman for the agency told Washington Free Beacon. So it'll provide kits for users to smoke crack, cocaine, crystal meth, and any illicit substance. So their point, I guess, is to allow these users to safely use.
Right.
What do you think about them spending $30 million to do that? To literally just facilitate safe usage.
It's a lot of money, man. I don't know, man. This whole situation is tricky because, like, even here, like, if we bring it back home in Toronto, like, they have the safe injection sites, right? Which they have throughout downtown and throughout the city. I'm not really a fan of that, to be honest with you. I feel like there's got to be a better way to support those people who are going through the addictions. But I mean, I guess they find like this is the way. They're not going to stop, so let's just make sure they do it safely, I guess.
I feel like safe injection sites is like a level above this versus like actually providing them with the
paraphernalia.
And I'm not sure if on the safe injection sites, maybe they do just provide kits at these safe injections. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man. I feel like there's got to be another way to help the people who are addicted to the drugs. Like,
it's a whole lot better than just turning them into criminals, though, I guess.
No, for sure. Like, decriminalize it. Like, don't arrest people and throw them in jail because they got an addiction. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But there's, could they not use that money to fund them getting actual support and like getting them off the addiction?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To me, that's what I would like to see done instead of just supplying them with a way to do it safely. Like, that's
there has to be something to actually like, as much as you're trying to incentivize them to do it safely, you should probably also try to de-incentivize them to do it at all.
Exactly.
Like, whether that is like, okay, we're going to give you this site to do it or this kit or whatever, but with that, to even get that, to what you need to make sure that you're going to get what your fix or whatever, maybe you're gonna have to speak to a counselor or somebody who's gonna actually basically not talk you out of it, but present you with other options opposed to just shooting up or whatever.
For sure. And then I wonder, like, what's the guarantee that the kids or whatever don't end up in the neighborhoods? They don't end up on the streets. They don't end up, in the wrong hands. Like, how do they safeguard them?
What are you talking about? Like a man taking all the kits and flipping them off the back of his truck?
I'm not talking about flipping.
Like, yo, I got mad pipes and supplies.
I mean, that probably could happen, but I meant like children in the areas or just like underage people in the area. Like, what's stopping that from happening?
I don't know, Joe.
What's stopping it from happening now? What's the difference? When I look at this, I think
there's a mic, baby. There's a mic, baby.
No, for sure. Like, I don't think you should be in jail for weed or whatever, but like, I'm saying, like, is that the best way to support people, though? Like, there's got to be another way to support people to get them off.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But my thought isn't like, what about the kids? Because I'm like, yeah, my thought is already, what about the kids?
Fair, yeah.
But when I see something like this and they're like making this ridiculous thing legal, and they're trying to say it's helping people, I think that's absurd. 100%. And my first thought is like, why are people still in jail for weed?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then to go back to
everything's about like if the government can't make a profit off of it, then it's illegal.
Right, exactly.
And as soon as they figure out how they can do that,
then it's part of the program. Then
it's okay.
Yeah.
But if it was already illegal yesterday and you got arrested yesterday, sorry.
Right? It's like, come on, that's the same argument that happened here when they legalized weed here, right? It was like, well, what happened to people who were charged before? Like, did they get pardons?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
literally should get pardons.
Yeah. I don't know. This situation's crazy. And to bring it back to, like, racial equity.
I don't know where that...
What?
I don't know where how it's tied to that at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't... Yeah, exactly.
Joe Biden's doing some stuff, man.
Yeah. Staying with the U.S. government and the great things that they do down there. So apparently the NYPD claims that New York drill music is the reason for the increased crime and violence. This is a horrible... they didn't even spell violence right. But... did they? Yeah, no, they didn't. I spelled that wrong. Violence.
Crime of violence.
But...
so ridiculous.
So, according to the Daily News, cops are trying to get a handle on the
spike.
Okay, yeah, spike of gun violence plaguing neighborhoods across the city that have ran up against a special brand of warfare inflamed by what they call as riotous rap lyrics.
Ooh.
And then there's also something separate but still related to this is that there's laws they're trying to pass to basically be able to prosecute and investigate rap artists based off of their lyrics.
Fair.
We also know that there is like as of late, I'm not going to say that drill has the most amount of murders in terms of any genre, especially with rap. It's a subgenre, but as of late, we've lost Pop Smoke. We've lost recently T. Wu, who's one of Pop Smoke's affiliates over there in New York.
Yeah.
And then a number of other people that I can't think of right now. But there's people that have been murdered
for sure
to do with this music, or not to do with this, but around it, that have been involved in this music. Their lyrics kind of coincide sometimes with the way that they have passed. What do you think about the NYPD blaming drill music for the increasing gang violence and crime? And what do you think about them using their lyrics to prosecute artists?
I feel like we've been here before. I feel like this is literally what hip hop, or what happened to hip hop and rap music from its inception was, well, this is I'm not gonna say devil music, but this is basically causing crime, or this is a bad influence on the youth, or whatever. Like, that's what they said about hip hop and rap back then, and it's still happening now. But to me, it's like, it's not just the music. It can't just be the music. Like, what's causing the crime is not the music. They're just telling a story. Like, artists are literally just telling a story of their lives. So get to the root issue. Why?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening in the community that's causing them to live these lives? Like, it's the system, right, that's doing that. So to me, it's no different than what's been happening in rap since, like I said, since day one. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, they're telling their story, their experience, that, like, what's going on. Sometimes it's very real in terms of, like, the specifics.
Yeah.
They might, like, literally call people out and all of that. Yeah, cool. But I don't think that it's safe to say that, like, it's that genre should be singled out.
Exactly.
I don't think that it's anything very brand new.
No.
And I think, like, when I interviewed who was his name? G Herbo. Who's in the Chicago drill music scene. A lot of what he said was like, I'm just a storyteller who has PTSD.
Legit.
And if that's like, that makes so much sense. If, like, you're a young person who's experienced some crazy trauma, you've been in shootouts, you have 10 plus friends that have been murdered.
Yeah.
What else are you really gonna rap about?
Exactly. Sometimes it's not even like their story per se. Like, they, like you said, they might be rapping about something they've seen happen in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big thing about Nas, right? People always got at Nas back in the day saying, "Oh, you weren't in the streets, whatever." But he was telling the story of what was happening in the streets, right? And so, like, yeah, I don't think that they should be held accountable, or that should be used in court cases against them. Like, I mean, that's what happened to Bobby Shmurda, though, right? They literally used his lyrics against him to basically lock him up, right? So,
but do you think there's a balance? Because Bobby Shmurda was being kind of like, I mean, when I can't remember what the graphic was, but I saw a graphic where it compared his lyrics to the accused crimes. And I was like, this guy is literally just snitching on himself.
Fair. But then what's the balance then, though? So how do you, like...
I think what we're trying to argue for is the same type of respect and freedom to speak on certain things, the same way that we're watching Denzel be a badass cop in Training Day, or Quentin Tarantino do some crazy fucked up shit in any of his depictions of anything, but just we look at it just as art.
So is it because we know that's fiction, but music, you don't know if it's fiction? It could be fact. It could be...
but a lot of music is written by somebody else other than the person that's performing it.
Exactly, and I think that's the balance of it.
And
but
it's approved and scouted by and signed by and released by a whole other group of people that don't represent the people that are performing the tracks. So, like, if we're gonna narrow it down to, like, accountability, okay, like, who's really accountable? I don't really understand that. And then there's also, you have pop songs that are talking about hunting down kids with pumped up kicks.
And we all just like sing. That was really good. Yeah, they disguise it in a nice way.
It was.
That's the thing.
My question is like, I just don't really understand why you can have that was a pop song. You can have a rock song that's making reference 100%. To sacrificing humans of a certain category.
You know what Pumped Up Kicks is about, right?
No.
Literally chasing and shooting down black kids. Pumped Up Kicks. Jordan.
It's basically like somebody who's. It's from the perspective of a school shooter.
Damn, I actually like
that song. You better run, you better run. Something about I got a gun. Something, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's talking about killing popular kids.
Damn.
So my thing is like, I think there's a lot of evil music that says shit that I don't agree with.
It's just not as aggressive in the way that it's delivered.
But you know, it seems to always be one group of people that are ostracized and have the finger pointed at. First of all, those people that are rapping those songs, whether it's their story or someone else wrote them for them or they're capping or whatever. Yeah. Someone is in charge of who is chosen and signed and put on to represent for this genre of music.
100%.
And it ain't the person that's rapping.
No, 100%.
And it ain't somebody that looks like the person that's rapping.
Exactly. And then how many times have we heard where it's like, you know, the record execs won't want to push a certain artist, so they want a certain artist to say, no, this is the image you got to go for. This is the story you got to tell.
How many times have we heard artists come out after they were already famous for 10 years and they're like, now I'm doing the music I wanted.
Right.
Now you guys are saying I switched up. All that stuff I did before was because they literally made me.
Yep.
How many artists have you heard that were popping and then they dropped and fell off out of nowhere because they didn't want to follow the plan that somebody else had for their career?
That's crazy. That's crazy. And now they want to use that against them? Like, they want to use...
And what's hilarious is, like, you said NYPD?
Yeah.
The fact that they would even be trying to point the finger anywhere but at themselves, I need you to clean your nose that's dripping blood before you talk about the drop that might be coming out of someone else's nose.
Word. Yes.
Baby, I love you so much, but you should, when you have your monologue, you should come speak
come
to the
speak.
mic. Let the people hear you.
Carries and it's great from here. Can you hear me?
You just don't want to get up. That's all. That's fine. That's fine.
We can hear you, but
that's fine.
Hit the mic.
Let's talk about more injustice.
More like an anti-an type vibe.
I want to speak. Yeah, like you said, more injustice. I want to talk about Jim Jones's experience with bad customer service at Gucci, and this is not just like a. Antian has mad experience with bad customer service, and she's helped out plenty of people, all kind of places. Okay. Shout out to Burks for this. Hey, Antian, she complained for this one on the wrist.
Hey,
you know what I mean, basically, it's very interesting because guess what? A lot of what hip hop music does, aside from inciting violence, more than inciting violence, it encourages spending big ass dollars with people that are not necessarily in the community, such as Gucci.
Yep.
We're told that if we make it or we start making a lot of money, we gotta take our money and spend it with Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Yeah. What's the bag? Birkin. All of those
Dior.
Dior, all of that. We're supposed to go there, and we're supposed to spend our money over there. So, but what happens when you take your hard-earned big dollars? It doesn't matter how rich you are.
Right.
You take your hard-earned dollars and you go to the store, and they just treat you like a nigga. I think that's just essentially what happened. So I'm gonna play this little clip of Jim Jones, who's just been basically he's unsatisfied with what's happening at the Gucci store here.
Yeah.
We've been in Gucci for about an hour, right? And we in Gucci in the VIP.
For like 2 hours.
Right? Since we came in here, nobody came and showed us no courtesy, no amenities, no nothing. Period. Not even a drink of water. Asked to speak to the manager. Said,
hold on, just for the people that have never been to a Gucci store or those types of stores, you might be wondering why he is saying they didn't even give me a drink of water. Because if I go to H&M, they're not giving me a drink of water. But Gucci, that's
just normal.
Yeah, but you also have to make you have to have an appointment to go into the
exactly
VIP
for sure.
VIP
exactly.
They know you're coming. They know where you are.
Yep.
They set it up for you.
Yep.
They should have it popping.
Exactly. So here we go again. Let's go.
Send me a black guy out here that started telling me some bullshit. So they got the black guy racial profiling on black people. Asked to speak to a manager bigger than him. Everybody disappeared. Ain't nobody come out yet. I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne. I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know where the real manager is. You heard? I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci. All of a sudden, you stop playing with us, bro. Still haven't seen a manager yet. Since I'm talking to you right now, a manager still hasn't popped out of Gucci. And the bill is like $29,000, but we didn't pay that yet. You heard? Why would we? They still haven't sent a manager or bottle of sparkling water or anything that says that we appreciate your service for being in here in Gucci and spending that bag.
The big one.
The big one. What is he possibly going to do? You heard? What is he going to do? It's what I want to know.
What he doing like that?
Still haven't seen a manager. Is there a manager that works here or everybody's just a worker?
So he's out there trying to spend 30 grand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If somebody tried to spend 30 grand with me,
yo, whatever they want.
What do you want? Good sir.
Yeah, right.
I'll take out my
water. Yeah, let's go.
I'll take out my most expensive bottle and pour you a little sip.
That is crazy.
Not ice and cucumber in that water. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you. It's crazy though. Like, but this is the thing that bugs me, man. Why do we spend our money there? I say we, but like it's not me. I ain't got no money. But like, why is this what we want to do? We get a little money, and it's gotta get Gucci, gotta get. Why? They don't care about us. They made it clear. Like this is not the first time this has happened.
But they set the standards for validation. Apparently,
it's so stupid. Like
no, that's bullshit.
Right?
It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. It's not the first year. Not the second year. Not the third year. We're talking about decades long. Of bigotry.
Yep.
On top of that, they have not only are they not a part of the community, and they don't want to cater to the community that's actually funding their whole fucking enterprise. But on top of that, they have put out images that are strictly disrespectful to us.
Yep.
Just to us.
Yep.
So to me, Jim Jones, why did you have your black ass in there?
Exactly.
You want somebody to feel bad about you, bad about the service that you're receiving there, like it's new information.
Right.
It's not new information.
No.
And you know what makes who makes what cool? People like this.
So it's interesting because
so I want to hear Gucci's cool. Stop saying Gucci in a rap song.
Yeah.
Stop rocking that shit on the red carpet. You don't have to wear that.
Don't do it.
You can literally wear whatever you want. You could wear Target Massimo, and people will be wearing Target Massimo the next day.
100%.
It's funny because I've heard Jim Jones speak multiple times about like us supporting us versus these types of companies.
Yeah.
He's very active in the crypto world.
Yep.
He's very consciously aware of the buying power of black people, especially himself as an entertainer who makes a lot of money. Yeah. So I agree with you in saying, why is he even there? Because I've seen him like basically say, why are we supporting them? We have our own clothing companies, our own designers and stuff like that. Let's support them.
It's crazy. Yo, I remember being in junior high and we opened a labels open up in my neighborhood. And Jim Jones had a clothing line in there.
Oh yeah, I remember. He was in Malvern Mall.
He came to Malvern Mall. It was a huge deal. Like this is when like Jim Jones was popping.
If you guys don't know Malvern Mall, think of the worst mall you've ever been to in the worst hood that has the worst stores. Jim Jones was just there.
Jim Jones was there.
And he was in another country. He has no business being there.
No business. Out of all places to come to like dinky.
I remember that was like legendary to all my friends in Malvern.
Yeah, of course. All the mans were there, right? And like, it's like, bro, like you could set that standard. You could have just kept that going and have your own stuff. And like, you are Jim Jones. Like people are gonna follow you and listen to what you say and buy what you wear. So why are you shopping at Gucci? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, spend that $30,000. Give a designer who's up and coming that chance to design your own stuff. So put them on. Like, why do you need to go to these places? I never understood that. Like,
I felt like he was just like the dude he was talking about that was a manager that was a black dude, and he was like, "Oh, they get in here and they act brand new." Well, you're acting brand new. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You got to a new tax bracket, and you were acting brand new. Why are you in Gucci when you know how they feel?
Exactly.
You know how they move. That's why you're making the video, because you know how they do, and you're like, I'm sick of this shit. They always doing this. So like, what's the difference between you and the sales manager that took the job there?
Exactly.
And said, I'm gonna continue to try to get these black dollars.
Yeah.
Off these black bodies with no respect. What's the difference?
I don't
Why
get it.
Why are you feeding into it?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I don't know.
Trust.
I just wish he didn't go. I understand his argument, and he makes a lot of valid points, and again, keeps on doing this, but he also... I don't know what happened after this. I don't know if he actually spent 30 grand.
Nah, he went to... I saw the video after, so he went to another store. I don't even remember the name of it.
For Ferragamo?
Something, maybe actually. I don't know, something like that.
From Gucci
like,
to Louis?
It sounded like that.
It's like, Louis took care of me. They saw my Gucci video and they was equally as mad.
Legit though, that's what happened. That's legit what happened. He went to another store and they came and they gave him the sparkling water, the champagne.
Oh yeah, I did see the little champagne bottles. Yeah. I saw that one.
All right.
Wanted some Perrier?
He wanted to parody it real bad. No, he did.
He just wanted to parody.
He had them little 250 milliliter bottles of water, and he was like, "This is the sparkling water. You heard?
This is the service I'm talking about."
Yeah, I saw that video before I saw this video, so that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's so wild, man.
Speaking of niggas,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's go.
Speaking of niggas, let's talk about a nigga that, not a nigga.
Not a nigga. Not
Speaking of niggas, let's talk about not a nigga that likes to say the word nigga.
Yup. How many times? We should have a count.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a funny thing. If I took a picture of him and like colored hair in, I would just call him Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan.
We'll have Malik add that graphic in later.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
So Joe Rogan, since we spoke about the last episode, we talked about him using the N-word more times than we could count.
Yeah.
They started pulling episodes of his podcast.
Yep.
I saw this clip that said 70 episodes. I saw another one that said over 100.
Yep. Yup.
Imagine you're a white man saying nigga 100 times in separate episodes of shit.
Honestly.
I mean, I feel you. It punctuates what I gotta say, but like, guess what I get to say?
Yeah, once you grab one out,
once he just flies out.
So he said it over 100 times, or at least they removed 100 episodes where who knows who else he might have offended. And then he, literally the day after we recorded the episode, he issued his 5.5 minute apology. I didn't watch longer than 45 seconds, but for the sake of this podcast, in case you didn't catch it, I'll play the first maybe 30 or 45.
Hello, friends.
Not your friend.
I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly.
Hindsight's 2020, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem.
There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my...
Is there a context? To be a white person saying nigga, right?
Yeah, no.
How many black people do we have in here? We got 5?
Yeah.
Who says it's cool for a white person to say nigga at any
Never.
No, there's no context needed.
Two of my best friends are white, and when they've had to use a reference to that, which is very rarely, because why would they? They have never said that.
Okay.
So you could just say, I don't even say it to them. I'm going to say the N-word when I say it to them. So don't tell me out of reference, but on top of that, that proves that he doesn't give a fuck. That he's not sorry.
Well, he gives a fuck now because his money's at.
Because his money's.
No, that's the only reason he doesn't actually.
No, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
That when you have a qualifier that says, "Oh well,
it
was out of context," but sorry.
There's no.
The right context.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
So here's more of what he said. Let him apologize, guys.
All right.
A podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Wow. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word.
To how many? Like, if you could just, I know we don't have the numbers on this. No black person has it, but
right.
If you could guess what the percentage of black people that would say no white person should ever say the word nigga, what do you think the percentage would be?
I'm gonna go with 99.
99. What do you got?
If I'm lowballing, like from a
lowballing, let's be real with the coons. Include the coons.
Include the coons.
Include the coons.
Okay.
So if I'm lowballing from a real place, if I'm actually lowballing, I would say 70%.
That's very low.
Wow.
Very generous.
Wow.
That's generous.
Because I think even most coons will sock your ass in the face if you say it. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I thought we was, but I think the lowest ball I could say is 70%. And even then, it's an astounding majority than 30. So, like, you need to not.
Okay, let's let the man apologize a little bit more.
Never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years. But for a long time.
It's very convenient for him to say not in years. I want to know how many years, and I want to,
Right?
I bet you, yeah.
He did. He definitely did. Say, damn, these niggas.
It just rolled off his tongue like it was nothing.
These niggas got
me. Like it was the word the.
Right?
Do you know what I mean?
Nigga.
He's like, these niggas are disrespectful. I love these niggas.
I love niggas. These my
Maybe
niggas.
that's the context he's talking about.
Yeah.
When I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing.
Silly me.
Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox. How Red Fox said that word on television.
Hold on.
What?
I used to watch that.
Wait.
Red Fox
Is Red Fox?
No, Red Fox would have socked him in his.
I know, but wait. But is Red Fox white?
He's black.
No, Red
Exactly. That's my whole point. He's a black man.
He's also a black pioneer in comedy.
Yeah, legend.
Exactly.
So
why would he pull that guy's name?
As an example.
I was
Bruh.
thinking he's going to talk about Tom Sawyer.
Oh. Damn.
He's not that smart.
No.
Damn.
He's not that low rate.
In the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then.
Sorry, what?
So his reference point for using the word nigga often on camera was a black man in the 1970s. So not only was it a black man that he's referencing, it was somebody that was doing something 50 years ago. Keep going.
Or about how Richard Pryor used it at...
Wow, okay, wow. Come on, man.
Joe Rogan,
Come on, Joe.
Red Fox, Richard Pryor.
Wow.
Name of this podcast episode.
as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit. Or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit.
Wow, you can't quote that. You can't do that.
He keeps naming more black. Oh, fuck this. I don't know what the rest of the 4 minutes say. But
I don't care if he's triggering
You can't do that.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm walking out. I've had enough.
So since then,
right,
I've seen the likes of and this is what I hate about black people. I love us. But we're just too fucking forgiving. India Irie, the person who brought this to our attention, was like, I don't think Joe Rogan's racist, and I accept his apology. Fuck that.
He's absolutely bigoted.
What's his name? Jay Prince, the boogeyman who tells every rapper what they gotta do and they listen.
Yep.
Jay Prince says, I know this good brother for many years, and this good brother's not a racist. He apologized and he 10 toes down.
So you're saying Jay Prince calls out rappers, black rappers, in public, and then he defends this white man for saying nigga in public as well.
Yep.
That's his. So I don't know this.
He
man
apologized.
but it sounds like he's a fucking poop cut. That's crazy.
He apologized and it's genuine, and I know him to not be a racist. Let me just be clear. I feel like people don't have to necessarily present racist. You don't have to be, if you don't watch Peacemaker, Peacemaker's dad is a fucking racist.
I can see it.
KKK, racist. I
see it.
You don't have to be that fucking far for me to say you are not for me. I don't have to say you are a racist. I can say you are a bigot. You are somebody that doesn't share the same values as me.
That's it.
You are somebody that might subconsciously feel like you are better than me.
Right.
You are subconsciously saying that you can use a word that describes who I am that was used for over 100 years to basically say I'm down here.
That's it. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're describing me in whatever the fuck context you think it is. I don't care. I don't care if Jay Prince says you're not racist. I don't care if India Irie says you're not racist. I'm telling you, and I'm telling y'all who fuck with us, that this man does not deserve shit. He doesn't deserve your sympathy. He doesn't deserve us to say, you know what? Let me think about it more. I think twice when I see a white person say anything about Joe Rogan today. And I've seen 100%. Mad people share and like and still support Joe Rogan in ways, not necessarily like they're pro, but support him in ways where today he's not who he was yesterday. Today's price is not yesterday's price. It dropped. His 100 and something mil
100%
is not worth the same. Do you think Spotify is going to sign up for this bullshit again? I don't know how long his deal is for, but it's down. I know we had the conversation about Spotify supporting or whatever. They're just trying to make the bag.
100%.
And in respect to this, they're not going to be behind it because they don't. Spotify is not racist. They don't see color. They see green.
They say money.
This is not going to be the same situation. You said some weird shit like.
So that's what I want to get to.
Tell me about it.
That's what I want to get to. So I didn't fact check it, so we'll do that after. But shout out to
good disclaimer, because guess what? Joe Rogan does not do that.
He don't fact check.
He says drink bleach. It'll cure your COVID.
Horse tranquilizers. Take that shit. But nah. So this is the problem though, because Joe Rogan is that name. He's got the backing.
I thought you were going to say Joe Rogan is that nigga.
No,
I was like, no, he's not.
But he's got the name. That's wild. But he's got the name. He's got the support. So much so that a Canadian radio station wants to pay him $100 million to have the exclusive rights to the Joe Rogan Experience. They want to pay him to bring that show here, to host it on their station. Isn't that crazy?
Joe Rogan.
He got people in the people are willing to shell out money just to keep this guy going.
But that was our point last week when we said certain people can say things about other people and nothing will happen in their bag. Like, look what happened.
Interchange the N-word with faggot.
Yeah.
You're
say
done.
that word.
You're done. You say
that word
for now, but
yeah, the F word.
The first time so they don't think fuck.
Yeah, we'll say the F word.
You know?
You can't use that term.
He would never ever have.
He'd be done. He'd be done.
His contract, whatever it took.
100%.
He would never have a show again. It wouldn't matter what type of apology he gave. He would be canceled.
Be done.
Like we said, if Joe Rogan said some shit about gay people, if he said some shit about trans people, if he said some shit about Jewish people, we would never hear from this man again.
Done.
Or at least he would have a lot of financial issues immediately that he would have to figure out the same way that Nick Cannon did, the same way that Whoopi Goldberg is currently figuring out.
Yep.
It's insane the inequity that we're basically being shown in Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, y'all.
Yep. Freeing Joe Rogan.
And that's why Black History Month don't mean shit.
Nah, I'm telling you. I feel like the most foul shit happens during this month. They're just
reminding you you're black. That's what it's about.
The psychological coincidence. There's not a lot of things that are coincidence. Things are very plotted and planned. Like you individuals with your degrees and your level of intelligence plot and plan your day with strategy. You don't think motherfuckers with more influence and power have the same thing on another level?
No.
Everything is plotted and planned. Like coincidence is very, very. It's a minuscule amount of time.
Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
Facts.
I want to talk about
a real nigga. No, I'm kidding.
Let's talk about Yo Gotti and what he had to say to Speedy.
Okay.
I want to talk about that because I think it's just like a very good conversation, uplifting and like inspirational and positivity to balance the bullshit.
Yeah.
Everybody in this day and age, especially because we all have our own dreams, and that's great, our own goals and aspirations and places that we want to be. We don't understand that sometimes it means supporting other people,
right,
and being able to fall back as well.
Right.
Yo Gotti is he runs things. He has a label. He signed artists. He has Moneybagg Yo, who's also very fucking successful.
Yep.
But what he's saying here is that he knows when to play his part. Let me know what you think about what this guy's saying here. Hold on, let me run that back there. Boom.
Yeah, let's pull it back.
That people want to be a boss but aren't even a good soldier. Help the people out there understand and digest that.
Do you even know what being a good soldier is? Because some people, again, they offended by the idea of being a soldier. If I go to a Moneybagg Yo show, I may be playing security. Like if he on stage, I'm looking out. I'm looking around, trying to make sure, you know what I mean, this shit street. I'm listening to the sound, like, yo, his mic bleeding back. You may see me run off the stage, run to the front of the house, like, yo, get his shit together. I'm a soldier at that point.
Right.
I ain't sitting in the back like I'm almost some big CEO and somebody else better be handling this shit. Like I have seen people who, because of their title, think they can't do certain things. Some things too little for them to do.
A lot of people, though, if put in that position, hey, I've worked my way up the ladder, you know what I'm saying? I've earned my way to be here. I've signed you as an artist. If they were Yo Gotti, they would be offended by the idea of having to be a soldier.
Yeah, but that's why they ain't Yo Gotti. And they'll never be.
Bars.
Have you seen or experienced people that don't know when it's their, like, they don't know how to play it? They feel like being a boss is just like, that's their role no matter what. And they will refuse to do certain things based off of the fact that I'm supposed to be the boss.
For sure. I mean, we worked in media. We still work in media.
Yeah.
But you see it a lot with artists sometimes. You know what I mean? You get the diva,
when you say
the diva
that
personalities.
people want to be a boss
people
but aren't
who,
even a good soldier.
You know, they think they're beyond certain activities or certain tasks,
Yeah.
and you can't operate that way. Like, you gotta. There's certain times when you gotta wear different hats. You know what I mean? Like, to this point, if you manage an artist or you are CEO of a label and you see something going down, yeah, that's not on someone else. Like, if you spot it, then you go take care of that. You go handle that. You know what I mean? You don't always just sit at the top and just let everyone else do it. Like, you got to play your part. You got to be, like you said, the soldier. And at the same time, like, you're not always going to be a boss, right? Not everyone can be a boss at every moment. Those things aren't going to get done.
So let's bring it back to like any kind of profession. Let's think about your job. Was there times where you had somebody that you reported to and like it was either like you decided that you fucked with them because they was in the trenches with you
100%,
or you decided or you learned that we're not the same because they were just delegating and you realized that like, oh wait, hold on, they either are just delegating because they don't know better and are trying to like be under the guise of I'm the boss, or they just are just lazy and just decided to push off and say this is no longer my role.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I can't say I've seen it both. No, actually, I have seen it both ways.
You've worked at one place a very long time, so I understand the political.
No,
your answer because I've seen all of the ways.
No, it's not even, it's not even that. But like, I'm talking about like we're talking store managers who make 6 figures.
Yeah,
literally busting their ass, sweating with the rest of us, and not even I say the rest of us, pushing carts. We're talking a busy Saturday afternoon in a retail store. And they're making those 6 figures. They don't have to be out. They could be in an office just looking at numbers coming in, looking at sales, but they're out there grinding with the guys, those teenagers who are pushing those carts. They're out there doing that. They're collecting garbage. They're washing dishes from a restaurant. Like, that's what I want to see. That's what makes me work hard because I'm like, you know what? They're proving that they're willing to do what we do. You know what I mean? And, yo, they're not better than us. They're not better than me. They're on the same level. Yeah, sure, they may be making more money than me, but at the end of the day, they're treating us with the same respect at the end of it. You know what I mean? They're looking at us
goes
like,
a long way.
Yeah, so of course I'm going to want to work harder because of that influence that you see, right? But I've seen it where it's been the opposite, where you get someone who thinks, well, I'm above that. You know, I'm a regional manager, I'm a store manager, whatever the case may be. No one respects you. No one wants to work for you because you're just going to sit up in your cushy office and do nothing, kick your feet up while we're grinding. Like, nah, there's different roles that you play, but you got to be willing to come back down and support those who are really on the front lines, making that work happen, bringing in that money.
I feel like when I worked at the movie theater, I was a good balance of both. I kicked my feet up and turned my walkie-talkie off.
Jeez.
But I also would be in the trenches when I needed to.
Yeah.
You got to know the balance. Like, I felt like my power, the power that I had the ability to basically say, like, yo, you don't know what I'm doing because I'm a supervisor.
Fair.
And you just have no idea what those duties are at all as a frontline person. So I'm just going to go to the break room. You think I'm doing something else? I'm just in the break room. I'm just in the back of this Iron Man movie, kicking it.
That's not what we mean, right?
No, like, manager, and that's the difference.
That's a difference. That's why you wasn't Yo Gotti.
No, but listen, I didn't even finish. I was doing that during the times that allowed to do. I wasn't doing it while people were like sweating and going off. And
how you know
crazy.
They wasn't sweating?
Because I had the walkies. I timed the shit. I knew when the big launches were going on. Yo, when what's it called? The Smurfs came out.
Oh my gosh.
In the summertime, and the summer camps were there, and every kid had one of those stupid little kids packs, and we had to build them, and then when we finished building them, we had to give it to them, and we were finished giving them, we had to clean them off the floor, because guess what? Those kids dropped them all on the floor, especially all the popcorn, we had to sweep it. I was there. I was just talking I was talking about when I'm talking about like when the most popular movie that we had was Argo. And like it just brought out maybe like Auntie, did you go see that one in the theater?
I'm trying to remember.
Maybe Auntie Anne was there. It would have been just maybe Auntie Anne and 2 other people. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was like the matinee was most busiest it would get because there was like 5 people that were interested in the Argo story and no kids were making a mess. So guess what Shaq did? He was kicking it because my attention was not needed.
Okay.
You got to be able to. That's the benefits of being a boss.
It's true.
You like because I'm not also saying that like when you're the boss you got to be in the weeds all the time.
No. Because then things don't
You
get done.
earn the right to not be.
Right.
But when shit gets crazy, when shit is required of you, you better step up.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, DaBaby had his soldier step up at a bowling alley.
Yo, you segue. You killing it. Okay, bro.
Man, I lined that up like 3 topics ago.
Damn, this guy's playing chess.
If you don't know DaBaby or Danny Lay, baby mama drama is basically all it is.
Yeah.
And Danny Lay's brother came to confront DaBaby at a bowling alley. Didn't end in his favor.
You gotta appreciate the effort, though.
I do, because allegedly what he said was I went to go confront him and just talk about it. And then he said his homies decided to take it elsewhere.
Right.
And he was outnumbered all DaBaby's homies to 1. And they were like fighting on the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Everybody was slipping all over
There ain't no grip on those bowling alley floors.
They said that Danny Lay's brother should have just stayed in his lane.
Well played.
The pun is there.
Well played. Well played.
Wait, let it hit. Y'all got it.
Well played.
I don't know. It was just a really interesting scenario. I don't really have much to say on it because it's just seems like something that we shouldn't really
I want to clown
about.
him. No, we shouldn't. But like I want to clown him, but I can't because like you got to defend your blood. The man's been talking.
I respect
he's disrespecting your disrespecting sister.
He said the next time I see this man that disrespected my sister, I'm fighting. I don't care what happens.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting.
That's
so
fair.
if he's,
I don't care what happened to me. What I saw, one man had no shirt on and he was slipping and sliding. But what I saw was a bunch of goons.
Yep.
And they were slipping and sliding too. And it was one against a bunch and he was still coming.
He was still coming.
Somebody said.
He said, "You fucking my sister, I'm coming for you."
Yeah.
Somebody said it was amazing that DaBaby left the blunt in his mouth the whole time as his goons like held the homie and he gave him like that crazy hook.
Oh man.
Also, I didn't know
for the baby. Like, are you
all of it.
That's embarrassing.
Right?
But I didn't know
Nobody
that.
even knows any
I
of
didn't
the
know
new
that the
shit
smoke.
He has going on and the new shit Danny Lee goes on. They're both musical musicians, and nobody knows anything that you're going on.
So I didn't know that. I didn't know that he basically set this up as far as like expectations when he was gonna meet with DaBaby, that it would be on site. Maybe DaBaby saw, it's on site, then my goons are gonna hold you and I'll beat you up because it's you said it was on site, so I got the advantage. You're an idiot, so I'm gonna beat you up. Who cares?
Nah.
Then he like was complaining and he said nigga 18,000 times, just as much as Joe Rogan did. But he's black, so
is he? I don't know. Are they?
I don't know what Danny Lay is. I thought he wasn't. I thought they weren't black. I'm confused.
They're Dominican. They're black and it's convenient.
It's no black, it's Dominican. It's no black, it's Dominican. I know black, I Dominican. How many times I've heard that a billion times.
I've heard that too. I've heard that
from
too.
Dominicans.
I've heard that more from Dominicans than I'm black. I've heard I'm Dominican, I'm no black.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah,
Right,
you're only black on the other half of the island. The
exactly.
same island.
Yep.
That was mind blowing when I learned that.
Yep.
I was in Dominican when somebody might have told me like, "Yo, Haiti's here."
Yep.
I was like, "Wait, I'm in Haiti too?" Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I only brought DaBaby up because I've been avoiding his music so much because it's just been like very hard to like digest. Not to mention that his Scooby-Doo, SpongeBob beats are kind of boring.
I can't do it. He was on something recently. He switched up the flow, kind of, but like
LA Leakers. He had a freestyle.
Was it that?
Pushin' P.
I did not hear that.
Well, let me play it for you because fuck this guy. I'm not sure if I'm there yet, but I heard it and I couldn't deny that it was good to not hear him on a Nickelodeon beat.
Damn, not Nickelodeon.
It is Nickelodeon.
Off the top, don't believe the hype, nigga. It's baby, I'm pushing P. Double off Venom outside, drop the window with the light just to let them hoes look at me. Yeah, I won't keep her, I'd rather be free with her. Give her back to the streets, keep it G with her. Might fuck on me for 3 years. Only 3 times will I sit down in public and eat with her. Must have forgot who he is. I've been fucking niggas hoes since 15. It's a surprise, only got me 3 kids. Look in his eyes, you can tell that he real. Look on the net, you might think that he fake. Look at the plastic stats and where I came from. Ain't no way you can say he ain't great. Type to wake up today and go sell my estate. Nigga, I don't want it no more. I don't want the whips either. Trying to make me mad about a hoe. Nigga don't know what's going on. known. I don't want the bitch either. I drop off with you and keep her. Nigga, I ain't new to this shit. I've been true to this shit since a 745 yellow Beamer. Pull up with the cutest little bitch. I don't open her doors. I just fuck her all night and I leave her. Yeah, he push the P cause he pay for it. I get that pussy for free. I'm on welfare. I fell in love with her. She was my trap girl. I used to make the mailman press the doorbell. She got that good head. If she got long hair, got no hair. Fuck niggas hating, but oh well. I'm the type of rap nigga, kill a rap nigga. Now I still walking and do my little show there, nigga. I'm Pusha P. I'm the realest one in it. She fuck with me. That boy still in his feelings. I'm in Atlanta, buying designer. Fuck around at me and I shoot you in Linux. I'm in New York where I can't have a gun. I'ma just fly into New Jersey with it. I'm back in Cali and I never run. Play, you gon' go play with Tupac and Biggie.
I mean, he keeps going. There's like another minute and a half, and I think the beat changes and some other shit.
He's just fast. He's not saying anything cool. He's just rapping on the beat fast. Yeah. He's not saying anything cool. How many times did he say bad bitch, fuck her, I don't fuck her? And that was like what? 20 seconds?
1 minute. 1 minute. Do you feel like his flow is kind of Megan-ish? He sounded like Megan to me.
Bro, they were the same artist.
He sounded like Megan.
We had this conversation.
Listen, listen back to this part right here. He sounded like Megan. This is Megan Thee Stallion right here.
Shit, this is a 745 yellow Beamer. Pull up with the cutest little bitch. I don't open her doors. I just fuck her all night and I leave her. Yeah, he push the P cause he pay for it. I get that pussy for free. I'm on welfare.
Yo, but we said this from like, holy crap, how many years ago? Like,
well, we were trying to say 2 years ago that DaBaby and Megan were like the new Drake and Nicki, and it didn't work out. It did not work out the same way.
That did not age well at all. But
no.
Megan was not trying to tie her bow or hitch her wagon to this nigga right here.
No.
She was like, no. I got other
She
shit
said,
going
that ain't DaBaby, that's y'all, baby.
Oh, man. Yo, we were so wrong about that. We said he got next. Like, damn. That was not a good time. Yeah, I'm not a fan, though. I'm not a fan of DaBaby.
All right, we in the speed round.
Let's go.
Have you ever heard somebody so excited to go to Toronto? Here we go.
I think it's time we step it up a little bit.
I think this is The Bachelor.
And take our travels internationally. Ladies, we are going to Toronto, Canada.
Oh my God.
I told you if Etienne would say anything, it would have been worth it, and that was worth it.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with these?
This was shared February 8th, so I don't know if they're planning on coming this winter.
What's wrong with Toronto? Let's get excited for Toronto.
I mean, I'm not hating on Toronto. I don't know why I'm hating on Toronto, but I've actually just never heard of anybody excited to go to Toronto as like a destination from North America.
It's because we're from here, that's why.
No, I know, but like...
These sound like shut-ins.
I guess. I mean, you know what?
Let's ask our resident American here.
Coco, if you said to all your homegirls, I've got a surprise for you. We're going to Toronto, Canada!
Those bitches will be so hyped because they'd be like,
You're right.
pay for it!
You're right. I thought about it.
If that was on a reality show like The Bachelor, which that is The Bachelor.
Yes.
You're like, where's the beach?
They go a lot of places. There's nothing, like, no tropical.
Take them to Sugar Beach.
Also February, like, where are they going?
Take them to Sugar Beach.
I've been to Sugar Beach.
Yeah, we took her to Sugar Beach. It was like an illegal COVID party going on. That shit was crazy.
I was like, you guys used to beach like very generous.
Listen,
it was all we got. Sand.
It's all we have.
And there's water.
That's all we. That's a beach. That's a beach. That's a beach. Yeah, it's a beach.
I don't know. I feel like we got to do better as Torontonians and not clown the fact that people are excited.
No, that's what I mean. We gotta embrace that. Let's have some Toronto pride. There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay, let's talk about the sneaky link then.
Woo. Explain that. What is that?
So this is a new term on social media. The same way, I don't know if it's a new term on social media. I'm talking from old.
You just sounded old. I was about to say.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what it is. But I learned like the past couple months. I learned about face card.
Sorry, what?
Face card.
I don't know.
My face card is good everywhere.
Like your face?
Exactly, because I'm pretty.
All right. Next one. I don't like
you
this
know?
one.
It was something that a lot of women were doing. In the beginning, they were doing like face card, and they would post like a selfie of that was like just basically here.
Their face.
It was just a face.
So they headshot?
No, nothing. It was just a headshot.
It was
just a headshot, a great selfie.
Like, you know, natural face, or it's like a fully makeup face or whatever. It's like basically saying like I'm always pretty in the face.
Yeah. Okay.
And so then it became
the face card.
Thing, and
I got you.
was like face card whenever they did something that was like a close-up picture of themselves.
I got you. Thank you. I don't like it though.
Okay, so face card. There's a couple other ones. I can't think of them right now. If you can, interrupt me in the next 5 seconds because I'm about to go into Sneaky Link. Sneaky Link is you've never heard this one, right?
Nah, I was just thinking of Freaky League. No,
Freaky
League. Yeah.
Felicia, Keisha,
Siobhan,
Yolanda. So the Sneaky Link is apparently, and it sounds a whole lot more gross than it is, or at least sneaky than it is.
Risque.
But it's mostly like, from what I understand and what I've deduced.
Do you Urban Dictionary this one?
No, I did not. I didn't need to Urban Dictionary. Okay. This is where you're dealing with somebody, and I said dealing with because it's vague. I have to be vague with the term.
Now you gotta explain dealing. What's dealing now?
It's you and a person. You're probably
hooking up.
You're probably hooking up,
knocking boots.
Which means no, you're knocking boots. Now you're sounding really old. I'm just saying you're sexually involved. It's in some degree.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It might be like midnight and you're out at the club and you might text a Sneaky Link and be like,
"You up?
Yo, you up?
There you go.
I'm about to come through after this." And you don't tell your homie next to you where you're going. You be like, "All right, bro, I'm tired. I'm about to go home.
I'm about to cut." You know.
That's the Sneaky Link.
Okay.
The Sneaky Link is somebody who is like all reliable, but you don't tell anybody about it. It's a sneaky link.
So it's your friends with benefits, but you're not really like friends.
I guess it could be friends with benefits. Maybe it's your friend, but you like it's just
low key under the table.
It's like imagine you're like part of the Freemasons. Don't talk about it.
Dang.
No, I don't think it's
Fight Club.
Sex?
Fight Club.
No, I think it's
Freemason
sex.
It's more driven by embarrassment. Yeah, you're right.
So it's like they ugly. Like they hit. Like their
they
face card is not.
No, they might be ugly. They might be ugly, or maybe I don't know. There's probably a billion reasons why the Sneaky Link exists. Like they might not want their business out there, so you got to keep it sneaky.
So you the Sneaky Link.
You might have accidentally been the Sneaky Link. You didn't know about it, and that's a great segue, and you didn't even know about it because I'm going to talk about this guy who found out he was the Sneaky Link by accident.
Oh no!
Because the question was, can you marry your Sneaky Link on this podcast? Here we go.
You ever had a Sneaky Link?
If anything, you was for a while.
This is his wife.
What?
What?
You know how many niggas was surprised when we got engaged? Like I didn't even know they was fucking.
Yo, imagine. Imagine. Not even like emotional damage. Imagine like you're hearing that as on a podcast that you decided to have with wifey. You're just doing it now,
and this is why my wife's not here.
and she divulges this information as that thing is hot. It's red. It's recording. Red. I see the levels.
Jeez.
And she said, "You know how many people were surprised that we were fucking."
Yo, that's savage. My man. Why'd she do my man like that?
I might have either kept going and just said who, or I might have hit that red button and said, "Yo, who was surprised?"
Who's surprised?
Anyways, there's more. We gotta hear this.
I was your Sneaky Link?
Basically. I was not telling you I was fucking you.
Can you really marry the Sneaky Link?
I did.
Wow.
Do you realize how many people were surprised? Are you kidding me? When we got engaged, people were like, when did that happen?
Wow, that knife just went deeper and deeper. Like she twisted now.
How is this the first? Did they just get married? How is this the first time?
This can't, right? Damn.
Anyways, here, let's finish the last 6 seconds that they got.
I didn't know I was a Sneaky Link though.
You thought that I advertised you?
Oh.
Yo, you thought that I advertised you? Honestly,
okay, so it
that's honestly,
that's she doing too much now.
That was actually rude.
Why you do that to the man?
I mean, I know I drink when I record a podcast, so maybe she might.
But damn,
I'm trying to have an excuse for her to be like that
nah,
about that with her husband.
In Vino Veritas, in wine there's truth. When you drink, you tell the truth.
That's what I love about my anti-encyclopedia. In Vito Veritas, in wine.
If I could spell that, that's the title, but I can't spell that.
In Vino Veritas, in wine.
There's truth.
There's truth.
Sensational. That's the word you're looking for.
No, it's
an evil world we live in.
Are you done? Like after this, like, is there a conversation? Do you hit the stop? Like, does this podcast?
The podcast is over
for another hour.
Podcast is over after that. Why she gotta say it? Why she gotta do that?
That would be my biggest question.
Right?
That lets me know that she doesn't. She can't handle her liquor.
She looked him up and down to him like, "Are you attracted to your husband?"
Like, why are you with this man
He
then?
advertised you. That was a bit much.
So I've got to study these guys. Let me study these guys one more time.
You ever had a sneaky link? You ever had a sneaky link?
If anything, you was for a while. What? You know how many niggas was surprised when we got engaged? Like, I didn't even know they was fucking?
I was your sneaky link?
Basically. I was not telling you I was fucking you.
Can you really marry the sneaky link?
I did.
Wow.
Do you realize how many people were surprised? Are you kidding me? When we got engaged, people were like, when did that happen?
I didn't know I was a sneaky link, though.
You thought that I advertised you? No.
So, but what this reminds me of is the fact that it reminds me that people settle.
Yeah.
People are willing to say, you know what? You like me. My self-esteem is low enough that I'm just going to dive in no matter what. And this person is probably used to, aside from this conversation, him being absolutely embarrassed with this tweet alone.
Right.
This is like hundreds of thousands of people that have seen this.
Yep.
This clip. I don't know who listens to this podcast, but more people have been privy to this information. I feel like this guy is used to being ridiculed by his wife and clowned by the women that he's with, and unfortunately is cool with his low self-esteem sticking around something like this.
Man.
Because I know that I feel like you wouldn't do that.
Oh, hell no. But like, yo, the fact that she said, yo, how many niggas.
That's what I mean. Like, my question is like, my spidey senses are tingling.
Right?
She said it multiple times, so I know there was overlap. I know. Do we all know that there was overlap? I know that
there was
definitely overlap. She settled. She's still not fully in it.
She settled.
The body language is crazy. We
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. On top of that, what I would like to mention is who the fuck does she think she is? Because it looks very even Steven.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's giving even Steven. It's giving
It's giving even Steven.
It's giving
Yup.
match. It's giving doubles. It's giving twin.
Yup.
So I don't know what she's talking about.
Damn.
It's giving twin for me physically, and now when you see this video, it's giving me he's better.
Damn.
So.
Damn.
You better check, make sure she hasn't doubled the life insurance policy.
Oh my God. Yeah, Etienne watches all the murders. She knows.
She knows. She knows. Damn.
That's crazy because you know what? I don't know. I just feel bad for the guy. I understand that this is like a realistic situation for a lot of people, to be honest.
It is. It's sad. Man.
And it also feeds it, like, it shows me. I don't know if you've ever done this because we've been in like media and journalism or whatever, but I've often seen the difference of like a human being when they're living, and then a human being when I put the camera on you and the mic.
Yep.
And when I do that, people perk up, and all of a sudden
they put on
they
a show.
got shit to They put on a show.
It's like, come on, who is you?
And I don't know if he's just like content.
Was it his podcast? Do we know that?
No,
is it
but
their podcast? We gotta.
The podcast title, I mean, the reels is called "And Then We Had Sex." So I know their topics must be along these lines, even if like I don't know what they're like, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe we'll have them on the podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yo, let me take us somewhere.
Okay, take us.
Speaking of relationships.
Okay.
So this is clearly a couple who's not on the same page. But let me ask you if you've ever had telepathy with your woman. Specifically, period telepathy.
I don't know what that means. I know what the telepathy is, but period. What?
Devious, are you
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I don't understand.
I want to hear their opinion on this. But like, I feel like I have this. I feel like I have this.
Telepathy.
Yeah, like okay, ladies.
Have you guys ever heard of period telepathy? This is a new thing. I'm new to it.
Maybe it's not maybe that's not the wrong word. But period. I feel like I have it. Listen to me. Hear me out.
Okay, I want to hear more about this because I feel strongly about telepathy.
So hear me out.
Okay.
So since my wife and I have started living together, I feel like I can sense when Aunt Flo's coming.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And like, I'm not saying I don't feel her pain, but
you feel her pain. That's crazy.
In the early stages, when she starts getting that tiredness and she starts I feel the same shit the same day.
You feel it yourself, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
y'all synced up.
We might be. My energy, all my stuff starts hitting the same level as she is.
Yes. No, they say that men also have a cycle monthly. By the way, they have their own slew of emotions that are out of whack during a certain time of the month.
What do you mean by
that? I'm serious. Look at that.
I know,
shit,
but
something right.
Men have like their wives go into labor. Sometimes they can have like
Contractions.
contracted pains.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's telepathy, maybe it's empathy. I don't know.
Reports of men that have
What?
lactated from their boobs before.
I don't think I've done. Yeah.
I mean, not real milk that you can drink, but I'm saying like they start to leak from their boobs like lactation because.
Damn.
Like,
I was a teenager before. I knew some of my friends that would do that to their nipples.
Yeah.
You know, you had friends in pause.
But like, nah, I feel like, yo, this past week, like, not to put the business, but like, I just feel like when it happens,
He can't do that. He's a megastar.
I feel like when it happens,
she's a megastar.
Yeah, I feel like when it happens, like, I'm there. Like, I feel it. Obviously, it's not. I feel it, but like, she's going through some like serious cramps and whatever, and I feel for her. But like, I can empathize with that like feeling coming on. Like, I can always know I'm like. I'll be like, oh, you check your calendar.
Is it a
She's
conversation,
like, oh,
or is it just like she says something about how she feels, and then you're just like, you know what? I feel like this is happening.
Sometimes I bring it up, and she won't even know. She'll be like,
She never beats your ass for saying, yo, you must be on your period.
No, because I'm not gonna say it like that, like an idiot. You acting. No, I'm not gonna say that.
You idiot.
But I'll be like, oh, like, you know, did you check like your calendar? Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh wow, yeah, like it's coming up. Like, see, I could feel it, and so I feel like I'm the period whisperer for her.
Period Zen master.
You're just in tune with your soulmate, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Damn,
You're in
dope.
tune with your soulmate.
There's a diarist who did that. Who in his diary he wrote about his wife's period and the difficulties she was having with it. And this is the 17th century. He's talking about how getting pregnant, how horrible her periods were, and I was like fascinated that this man was just so in tune with everything that was going on in her body and being there emotionally supportive of her.
See, why do we even think about having Toby as a fact checker when we can just have Antoine? We don't even need. She didn't need a laptop.
No,
she
that's
can
just off the
bring
dome.
shit off
Like,
the dome
damn.
about the 17th century.
Damn,
I love it.
I love that.
This is what I live with.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't tell me like that though. Like, you right, but don't tell me.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Toby. And this guy's born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, right. That's amazing.
Happy birthday, Toby.
Yeah. But interesting.
Yeah. We gotta do some. I feel like we should bring in someone. Maybe Auntie joins us on the pod next time to talk about it. But like, I feel like I'm onto something here, man.
You know what? Maybe there's more research to be done there.
Yeah.
That's very interesting though, because I mean, if you said that there's multiple occasions, I believe it, that or multiple instances that have been documented where men have like been acutely aware to what's going on.
Because usually we're oblivious. Let's be honest.
I mean, that's
yeah.
Yeah. We're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Oblivious, dumb, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when you're on a sync. Yeah, you can sync up the same.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sync up, link up.
A sync up, link up. That is interesting.
I like that.
Just for the sake of you, because you like football, we can end off on this like weird topic where I'm not really going to talk about the football part, but the Super Bowl's happening this weekend. We got Eminem, like we said earlier, Kendrick Lamar, We got Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. Special is there supposed to be any special guests?
There will be, yeah. I have a prediction on that too.
Tell me more.
I feel like we're gonna see a hologram
of
Tupac.
I was gonna say Suge Knight, but
I mean, Snoop Dogg did buy Death Row Records. So.
Shout out to Snoop. That was a great investment.
But Suge's not dead yet, though.
I know, but he's locked up, so he can't be there. He'll just be in his orange jumpsuit, just like.
Oh man, no one wants to see that. No.
I mean, no, it's not even his brand. You know, he had his whole speech about like Diddy being like,
exactly.
"Yo, if
all
you don't want
videos.
all up in the holograms."
And not only that, nobody from LA cares to see Suge. Like they won't do that.
Nah,
no.
But there will be special guests, so they said. But yeah, continue.
Who do we think?
Oh man,
who makes sense?
Who are the headliners?
Kendrick, Snoop,
Dre, Mary J. Blige,
Eminem.
Mary J's not getting paid, by the way.
They never get paid for the halftime performance.
The other performers are getting paid, and Mary J's not getting paid. They had like a whole thing come out, a whole like release come out, and Mary J was like, "I'm okay with it. I'm just honored to be there."
That's so weird because normally
like,
for the halftime they don't
words.
pay.
Like,
okay.
It was like a quote from her. And I was like,
okay. Yeah, because normally they don't pay the halftime.
Well, I mean,
which
they
is
don't
why some of them haven't done it
play.
before.
Like,
yeah.
They don't
publicly pay.
They pay. Yeah.
There's no way that the Weeknd spent money last year. You can't tell me that performance didn't cost him.
You're not gonna tell me that Beyonce
he paid out of pocket for that.
Paid.
Of course he did, but
no, I know. Like the NFL doesn't pay them. Maybe Pepsi.
I know they like to say like the Super Bowl is like a huge stage for them and an opportunity. But the Weeknd is not being put on by the Super Bowl. The Weeknd is the Weeknd without the Super Bowl or not.
Fair. No, I hear you.
So him spending money on that production, yes, it benefits him.
Yeah.
But he's getting something in the back end.
Yeah.
It's not just that Super Bowl jacket he got. He got more.
Okay, can we say Silk Sonic?
Did they perform?
No, but Anderson .Paak.
Yeah. You know, Anderson .Paak and Dr. Dre.
You gotta think
Bruno has been
to the Super Bowl.
One of the best halftime performances ever.
Arguably. Best.
Well, Michael Jackson, but yes.
You know, Michael Jackson. I'm not saying
I hear you.
You know, this is the conversation, and then you have Anderson,
who is. Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah.
And then you have people like Kendrick and Snoop who have multiple songs with this artist and actually are friends with this person.
Same with Dre.
And from the same city. From this person. I'm feeling like a Silk Sonic vibe.
And guess what? As the resident Grand Theft Auto gameologist.
Oh boy. You're gonna say Dre.
Listen, Dre and Anderson .Paak are both in the game.
Yes.
Together. They release music.
I know, I just saw that.
They released the Grand Theft Auto music.
I just saw that.
Was it last week I said I got bodies?
Yes.
Yeah, me and Dre go way back. A couple weeks ago, 30 bodies. Minimum.
I can't with this guy.
So, I'm telling you, I cleared a studio session for him and Anderson .Paak to do their thing.
Right.
It would be a detriment to the work I put in.
If they don't perform. I got you. I hear you. They got to do it for you.
Weekend, so they're going to do it for Shaq.
Yeah. So when this comes out and we're all wrong on our theories, people will let us know. But it's fine. It's fine.
I'll be right. Anderson .Paak, she said it first. I'm just
validating
it with facts that also go with the shits.
I hear you.
I'm just letting you know.
They only have 12 minutes. Keep this in mind. It's a 12-minute halftime show. Mary J. Blige said is doing 2 songs.
All Anderson .Paak has to go is this bitch. And that's it.
Is his who is the best like this bit? Is it him or is it Bruno?
Oh, Anderson.
Anderson. Absolutely. His voice is better to me than Bruno's.
Have you seen the video?
Oh yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, was it Anderson on the ground?
Visually, it's Anderson.
Okay.
Was it Anderson
when he
on
drops
the ground?
he drops to the ground. He drops to the ground.
No, Bruno does a whole verse
and then he
That was my shit, man. Yeah.
Also, just adding this in. Yeah. When they come to Toronto, because they will come. Okay. We're going.
Yeah, damn. I saw.
That's a double date thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I saw Anderson for free. Done that square.
I did not see him for free, but I have seen him twice.
Yeah. I won.
At Coachella.
I saw him for free.
Kendrick and Dre.
Damn.
That's who his special guests were at Coachella. Kendrick and Dre.
So now Dre's gonna return the favor.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, I see it.
It's an educated
I see
guess
it.
here.
Yeah, I see it.
I told you, I put the work in. I'm letting you know that's an insider thing. They might fire me off my agency in Grand Theft.
The world general speaking.
Yo, shout out to y'all for rocking with us, man. Follow me, Patrick Dennis Jr. on everything. Appreciate it.
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
You gotta work.
We're working on it. We're gonna get there. It's cool. I forgot the intro song this time, but whatever.
Let me play it.
I did?
Something played.
I didn't play it. You cued it after I was done playing the music. So.
Something played. We all good. We figured it out.
We don't.
We'll write it down.
Yes. Craziest thing you can think of, Patrick.
Something crazy.
Lackluster.
Crazy. Hey.
Friday night. Man's wanna fight.
Hey.
These lights are way too bright.
It started out very mediocre, but it went somewhere.
Did it though?
No, I love you though.
And cut. Good. We